It's a fair point that you've made out there, Sanjay. We also have with us Mr. Abhishek Rastogi. He is, of course, the founder of Rastogi Chambers, legal luminary there too. Abhishek, your thoughts? I mean, what do you think is the next step from the Adani Group standpoint? What happens? What is the legal way forward for this?
So I think, first of all, we must, it's a commendable job. And today we are proud that we have strong judicial system. And when I say that, it has a lot of meaning, because today I think everybody's focus is on protection of investors. And when we have such a judicial system which wants to show transparency, mind you that there was a sealed cover which was given by the center to recommend names. But I think that was completely denied by the Chief Justice, and that shows that the Apex Court wants to very clearly show that the system must be transparent. And today we are proud, to learn that the appointment of this high-powered committee brings onto the table complete diversity. So I think if we look about the two broad fundamental aspects, the transparency and the diversity of this high-powered committee, I think it is a blessing for the investors, because at the end of the day, the investors will get confidence from the entire system. And when we talk about the violations and, guidelines to be framed by SEBI and with respect to manipulation of share prices, today, I think the investors will get a lot of confidence from this Supreme Court verdict, and I think which will be, in the long run, very encouraging. So I think as far as the next steps are concerned and the legal framework is concerned, this high-powered committee will get into the details of various aspects. We would not want to comment on those at this stage, but because there is a lot of diversity in this committee which is being formed, they would look at from 360-degree perspective. And I think that will boost industry confidence, that will boost even the investor confidence. And I think as far as Adani is concerned and as far as the fair play is concerned, I think today there is a fair play for all stakeholders, especially from the perspective of the investors. And I think that's why this decision is very, very key.
All right, Mr. Rastogi, thanks a lot for joining in with your initial thoughts on the same. In fact, on that note, we'll thank Mr. Ranina, Mr. Rastogi, as well as Mr. Dutt for joining in as well with their quick take, unequivocal about the fact that investor protection should be prime. So in case you've just joined in, the Supreme Court in its verdict so far with regards to the Adani-Hindenburg case has made two observations. The first, it's constituted an expert committee of Mr. O.P. Bhatt, K.V. Kamath, Nandan Nilekani, Somsekhar Sundaran, and this committee would be headed by Justice Sapre, who is the retired judge of the Supreme Court. The SEBI and investigation agencies will support the expert panel. Apart from that, they've also gone ahead and directed the SEBI into looking at 4 possible violations made by the Adani Group or alleged by Hindenburg itself. On that note, we will wrap up on this edition of Chartbusters. You stay tuned. Coverage will continue.